Hello, what's up everybody? How is it going? Welcome to another video of tutorial series PHP Specials, and I'm here today continuing the same video of integrating Bootstrap with PHP. We used Bootstrap version 4 in our previous example, and it was search.php where we worked on. We just linked a Bootstrap CSS and started using its classes in order to make our page look good. And today we'll be doing the same thing, but I have planned to guide you through some basic stuff of Bootstrap that will be really helpful in order for you to develop some basic layouts while practicing. So today I'll just cover a few things, and maybe that would be just fine for you to live with Bootstrap and you can explore it yourself. So let us start some basic components like navigations and grids, various grids, how to manage the grids in Bootstrap. So such basic stuffs we might cover today, and I will also guide you through how to go to various components and various layouts of Bootstrap using its tutorial. So what I did today is I have downloaded a few images of same resolution, that is 500 pixel by 300 pixel, some of the files, and I'll be using those files today. I've created a file called bootstrap.php where I've linked my bootstrap.css so that I can use it. Now if you go to getbootstrap.com, you will see this page. Just click on get started and you will see within layout, not layout, I mean within components, you will see a menu called navs. You can just click on that navs and it will give you some list of the navs that you can use in your website. So there's this kind of list. Nav actually means the menu that we usually see in the top of the pages like this. So these are some of the examples of navs. So this is giving some of the basic examples on how we can use the nav. If you just copy this and paste it in your website, you'll get a clean nav like this, navigation like this. If you want to align it to middle, you can use this HTML piece of HTML code. It has already some classes inside it. You can just copy and paste it in your website and you will just get how is it here. Similarly, you can see if you want your nav to be right aligned, you can just use this one, and if you want it vertical, you can use this one, and maybe if you want some tabs like this, you can use this one. Let us just use this one. Okay, so I'll just copy this and paste it in my Bootstrap body. Okay, so before that, maybe we can keep this in header, right? So header is an HTML5 tag, which is usually name for the tag that is used to define the header of our website. So we can just use head over here, and within the header we can paste our navigation that we just copied. Let us just see how it looks like. So localhost / PHP Specials / bootstrap bootstrap.php, and you can see now we have a link, and it is not so much clean, but we can make it now. Now what I want you to do is within the header I'll place a div and give it a class called container, and we also discussed this class in the last video. And the container actually gives some left and right margins or paddings to the content, and our content is somewhat center aligned after that, with the not center aligned but with some of the margins in the left and the right. You can see it over here like this. Okay, now I would also like to add some basic my own custom CSS, and I'll name it like style.css, so that we can just go through some basic cleaning more further. So new file, Control S, I'll name it style.css. and within style.css, what I want to do is I want to give some margin to body itself. So body shall have, the entire body can have, I want to give some margin top to the body, and it would be like 15 pixel. And I want to link this style.css with my Bootstrap, and in order to link I just did this, and now I'm ready to use this CSS in this file just by linking it this way. Now if I just refresh, you can see there is some of the margin in the top of the body, and we have a beautiful navigation here which we can define as our own way. So we can call this home, this about us, contact us, and maybe something else. So just by copying this some script, I just prepared my navigation ready to go. But I don't think this is quite matching with our page, so maybe I will use pills. Okay, so just copy the pills and paste it over here with UL, and just replace this and give some tabs. Now if I check my navigation, it looks a little bit fine. Now let us create another container. For after header we can have another container, and we can call this like section and give it a class like, say, let us not give it section, we can just call it div class equals to container, so that it brings everything like it gives equal gap to the left and right and brings everything in middle. Now within the container I want to have 4 rows, like div class, I mean 4 columns within a row. So I want to have a row with 4 columns, like div class equals to col dash md dash 3. Okay, because if you remember last time I told you that Bootstrap generally defines grid in 12 parts. So each part, the sum of the total should be 12 or less than 12, right? So this is 3, 3, 3 and 3, so 3 times 4 is 12. So we have 12 grids in total, and this block is occupying 3 grids, this block is occupying another 3 grids, so as a whole we have 12 grids in total. Okay, so this means each div is occupying 3 divs, I mean 12, 3 out of 12, so 1/4 of the entire body. So after the using column classes, it is always good practice to have a clear fix in the last, this way. So we have nothing over here, so you can see that there is nothing to display. Just type some random text over here right now. So random text, random text, random text, and random text over here. Save it and try to refresh it, and you will see that they are all occupying 1/4 space from here to here, right? To make it look a little bit more specific, that how much area is it actually taking, what I want to do is I want to give this a class called div class equals to wrapper, and I want to wrap some images and some text inside it. Okay, so div class equals to wrapper in all 3, I mean all 4 divs, this way and here. Okay, so wrapper should have 2 divs. So one div for image, I'll just give it a class called img, and another div for text, and I will give it a class txt. So we have 2 divs inside wrapper, one for image and another for text. Okay, so we have now 4 colMD3, and inside each colMD3 we have 1 wrapper, and inside each wrapper we have a div for image and we have a div for text. So I want to use this image over here, 1, 2, 3 and 4 inside this img. So what I'll do is I will give the source of the image this way. So inside images folder I have 1.jpg, and here I want to give 2.jpg, 3.jpg, finally 4.jpg. Let us just refresh this now. You can see I got 4 different images here, but it is occupying, since the image is bigger than the div, it is occupying more space and overlapping each other. You can see that. So in order to fix this, what I'll do is I'll just add a class in each image, and I'll call the class like img-fluid, F-L-U-I-D, fluid. So what img-fluid does is the image now occupies no more than the width of its parent container. So if it cannot exceed the length of, the width of its container. So this is how we make our image like fit into the container. So if you see now, you will see that the width of the container is from here to here. So image is not the width of the image automatically adjusts as per the width of its parent container. So this is how we use image inside our container so that all of the images looks uniform. If we have a little bit bigger image and we want to fit those image into our parent container, then we use it this way. We just give a class called img-fluid, and that's how everything works. All the image fits into its container. What I want to do is I want to give some custom CSS to this wrapper to make it gives it some background so that each block separates with each other. So what I want to do is I want to give some CSS to this wrapper. So in order to write a CSS for a class, we just need to have a dot in front of it. For tag, we don't have to do anything, but if we are writing CSS with respect to class, we just need to specify a dot in front of it. So what I'll do is I'll just give it background, nothing more. So background equals to, so I want to give it some grayish background, so I'll use F5, 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 so it will be light gray. Okay, we also have a txt file inside wrapper. So what I'll do is wrapper and space.txt. This means the txt class inside the wrapper class, and I'll give it like padding of 5 pixels. Now I want to add some text to the txt class of the wrapper. So I will just grab it from lorem ipsum, libsum.com. Just go to libsum.com, grab some 2 or 3 lines from there and paste it wherever you want to. So I'll copy till book. Now I'll just paste it inside txt of each wrapper this way. Okay, so we have 4 wrappers with different images and texts. Let's see what happened now. So we can say that now each div with class commd3 is occupying 1/4 of the entire container. So just by using the class commd3, we could assign the width of 1/4 of the entire container to a specific div. Now, if you just change the width of your browser, you can see that it is automatically changing its resolution and dimension as per the as per the width of your browser. So using Bootstrap automatically makes your content responsive, mobile responsive. So you can see everything is mobile responsive. As the size of your screen changes, and the content also manages to adjust automatically. So this is how we use the colmd or columns or grid styles in your Bootstrap. And Everything in the Bootstrap is well documented in the documentation. So you can start if you want to use something like alerts this way. So after something is submitted, some form is submitted, you want to give a flash message, you can just try out these things. Okay, so for this you can just have a class called alert, and if you want this bluish alert, you can just have alert dash primary, alert dash secondary, success for green, danger for red, warning for orange, warning for orange, and lots of other alerts. So this was alert. If you want some badges like this, we sometimes want to highlight some text like tags. In that case we can use badges this way. Similarly, we have breadcrumbs, which we usually show in our pages, like where we are currently, how much in we are, on which category we are in case of e-commerce site or news site. So we can use breadcrumbs on the top of the page to show the location of the visitor. So there are different designs for button that we discussed last time. So a primary, secondary, success, danger, and lots of more button. If you want bigger button, you can just have btn-lg to make your buttons big. So if you want button groups, like if you want to merge 2 or 3 buttons, this way you can follow this structure of the div. So I don't want to go with each and everything in detail, but I just wanted to, some of you might have, I just thought that most of you might be confused on how to use external CSS classes. So I just thought to go through some of the basic stuffs this way in order to make you feel easy with the use of Bootstrap. But just one thing that you need to know before we end up our video is there's something like drop downs. See, and these are something that uses JavaScript, Bootstrap JavaScript. So if you go to nav, we use some of these navs, right? But there are some navs with like say drop downs. I'll just show you using drop downs. See, so this is a drop down. When you click it, it will drop down some of the other menu. And in order to use such drop downs, because this is done through JavaScript, drop down JavaScript plugins, right? And in order to do that, what we have to do is, and so drop down uses also uses JavaScript. Similarly, we have modals. You must be familiar with modals like pop-ups, which are usually used in most of the website nowadays. So if you just launch a demo model, you see a pop-up came with something. So if you follow this div structure, you will find that your pop-up is working. But in order to make such things work like pop-ups and drop-downs, and you cannot just make it work by using Bootstrap JS. You also have to link your Bootstrap CSS. You also have to link your Bootstrap JS, which is inside dist and JS bootstrap.js. So once you link this JS, and in order to link that JS, all you need to do is you need to link the jQuery first. So you have a jQuery, you can download the jQuery from here. Download jQuery. Oops, my Wi-Fi is off. So you can download the jQuery link. So you can go to download jQuery, and you can copy this link, okay, and you can, I'll just place it in the header right now. You can give the script and src equals to this link. Similarly, after giving the jQuery, now you can link your JS and Bootstrap JS from here. So you can just give the source of the Bootstrap JS, and which is inside Bootstrap slash list slash JS slash bootstrap.js. So this way you can link your Bootstrap JS. Just small thing that you need to remember is you must compulsorily use jQuery in order to use Bootstrap. So all kinds of animations and effects you need to, and that most of them depends upon Bootstrap jQuery plugin. JavaScript plugin. So in order to use that, you can just link your Bootstrap JS, but just before that, you need to also link your jQuery file in your web page. So this was the basic demonstration of using Bootstrap with your PHP file. I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you to understand I mean the basic syntax and basic uses of Bootstrap within your HTML and PHP files. I hope that will really help you in your future development and using some of the basic design to make your pages look better. And in future, you will slowly learn yourself. You don't have to worry if you are not aware with much of the CSS. Usually, you don't have to be a designer in order to be a developer. So you can just be a developer, but we should know some basic CSS, so that we can depend less on others, and we can just work out with some of the basic stuffs of designing whenever we are in need. So I think that is it for today. And if you want to know more, just mention me in comment. I'll see you tomorrow with the new video. And if you like the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and like it, subscribe it, comment on it, share it, and I'll see you tomorrow with the new video. Till then, have a nice day, have a nice time. Goodbye.